So welcome to another tuning video. Well, this isn't going to be part of the guide, or rather another part of the guide, although a few parts are still missing, but they are coming and it will just take some more time. This one is kind of a public service announcement about checking your bass tune. Because any ECU that you buy, be it Speeduino, megasquirt, Rust EFI, etc., no matter what it is, will come with some sort of map loaded onto it. And while there are on the plug-and-play ECUs, there might be different maps that should, I am telling you this with a big asterisk because it's not really always the case, it should be able to start your car if the engine is stock and has stock injectors, etc. But some ECUs, they are built custom by singular people and they might not have a base map on there. You can get the base map with the Speedy Loader. So for example, if you need a base map for a specific car that is for which a plug-and-play Speeduino is already out, you can get the base maps on the Speedy Loader in the bass tunes. You also have a Speeduino generic bass tune where a lot of things like the temperature or barometric scaling for the air or pressure is actually already put in, so you only have to put in your vehicle specific details. And then we have a variety of tunes for specific plug-and-play ECUs. So for example, MX-5s for BMW engines, for a 180. In this case, there's not too much in there, just because it's basically the official tool and there may be other base maps available. If you, for example, look on forums or Facebook groups, many people might have other base maps available that you can use, but those are not tested and not proven to start your car if you would aim for that. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because some ECUs do come with base maps that are incomplete or are missing various things. Like you might have your engine constants are in there, or you might put them in. I did not change anything with this. This is a map I just got from a client. And he sent me this because the car wasn't injecting any fuel, so I wanted to see what was up with that. And then I went through every single category in this map and checked what is wrong. And that's what I would suggest you do with any map that you get with your Speeduino or your ECU in general that uses Tunerstudio. So I checked engine constants, injector characteristics. There's also already something weird in here, like what's this? At 7 volts it's 194. That's a bit odd. Would be like maybe a line like this and not like this, but that's it. Those values are still kind of okay. It's not like they were anything that would be precise or correct, but it would at least let the injectors inject some fuel. But if we come to IAT density, for example, there's actually nothing in there. It's only minus 40 degrees and 0. So there was a lot of stuff missing. So IAT density, there is 0% fuel. So that would make the ECU tell the injectors to not inject any fuel. 100 would be the base. And depending on the temperature of the air density would obviously vary, and therefore the amount of fuel would vary. And the same goes for example, the barometric correction. Here it was also empty. And this is why you need to check this. I had another client where also the V table was all kinds of messed up. In this case, the spark table is messed up because we have a very weird X and Y axis, and trying to use 250 degrees timing advance is not going to work. But yeah, so that's something you want to watch out for. And also I want you to go through everything basically, even the second fuel table and sequential spark table and the sequential fuel trim, because on the other map I had, There were random numbers in these tables. While of course it would make more sense to just get a new base map at that point and put that on there, but if you don't want to do that, or if you don't have the possibility to get one right now, go through every single table and check if it is correct, or at least nearly correct. If you want to know what base values you can put in there, you can watch my guide on how to set up a base map. That is a few parts, yes, but those things are needed to be done. For example, here in acceleration enrichment, there's basically everything set to 0. So if, for example, cold adjustment is set to 0, it's also not going to inject any fuel. So because 100% would be the base fuel amount, and if it's set to 0, the engine or the ECU wouldn't inject any fuel. Acceleration enrichment also was at 0. So as I said, there's a lot of stuff missing. Luckily, the cranking fuel settings were in there, but yeah, as I said, there was a lot of stuff missing. The other map I had with the other client was even worse. There was even less in there, and I had to basically start from scratch. And it is really important that the values somewhat at least are close to what you're going to be running. Because if you, for example, try to fire the engine at 100 degrees before top dead center, or at 100 degrees timing, while it might not hurt your engine, it will most likely not start. And if you, for example, have a map where there's just random stuff in every cell, if you have on the dwell settings, for example, so the ignition coil settings, for how long the ignition coils charge and then discharge, if that is very high, for example, like 20 milliseconds, 30 milliseconds, that can actually damage your ignition coils and even the drivers in the ECU. So that's really sketchy if that is way off, and you absolutely have to correct that and have to look at every cell. Just do it before anything goes wrong. Take those 20-30 minutes maybe and just check everything before you get started. That's it from me. I hope this was helpful for some of you, and maybe some of you that had issues with starting their car will have that resolved. I may also do some troubleshooting episodes where I show you how to troubleshoot different problems with your car so that you can eliminate problems. But that's it for now. I wish you a nice day, and as always, goodbye.